What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Burnout Brighter. On this, I'm going to be talking all about the game Troublemaker. First off, I want to give a massive shout out to Freedom Games for hooking me up with the preview code for the demo so I could check out the game and tell all of you wonderful folks all about it. Troublemaker is coming from an Indonesian development team called Gamecom Team. There's currently an Indiegogo that is live. If you do want to donate to the game and help support the developers finish off development, it's an awesome place for you to check that out. Now, what is Troublemaker, you may ask? Troublemaker basically puts you in the hands of a student attending a school in Indonesia where there is a tournament style thing that basically happens where you have to fight your way through the school to be the king of the school type thing. It mixes a lot of Yakuza and elements of Persona kind of together to bring it into its whole. Any Yakuza fans are going to find a lot to like here with the combat because the combat is a very arcadey style beat 'em up. It's a lot of fun. There it isn't entirely polished as of yet. The game is still early, obviously, and this is just a demo. So hopefully they can kind of iron out the combat as you go. But you do your combos, you can grab stuff from around you. You have special abilities that you're able to use to really bring the enemies down to the ground and just stomp on them while they're there. The enemies do hit hard too, so don't think you can just kind of mash your way through the fights. You do have to be careful with your dodges. You do have to be careful with your parries. The parries are a really useful way to get through some of the tougher fights. The combat is fun. I think they have a solid foundation that they just need to iron out some of the kinks. Sometimes the parries don't work entirely. I do think that the enemies hit a little bit too hard. And even some of the items that you're able to use during the battles, I ran into a couple bugs where they persisted on even when I died and came back. The item effect was still on, which I mean did help me in the fight. But obviously, there are little things along the way that need to be fixed on that front. Um, the game looks beautiful. It has a really really cool art style. The All of the character art is just done in this 2D anime style that looks really really cool. They have some cutscenes in that as well that really look fantastic. That really helps sell the game and the narrative. The writing for the game is a little bit hit or miss. The localization specifically is a bit of an issue. The demo is still full of grammar issues, of spelling mistakes, of syntax problems. So that is obviously things that can be ironed out as they get closer to launch. But just be aware that the localization does definitely need some work. Other things to know about the game has a lot of swearing, which to some will be great, to some might be a bit of a put off. But just be aware that it is there. The music is fantastic, especially in the fights. It's like this heavy metal that's just like thumping in your ears as you're playing. I played on PC using a controller and had little issues with that. The controller settings were very, very easy and it worked by default without many issues. The music is fantastic. They definitely need more of it, especially when you get to the school. There's this 5-second thing that just gets looped over and over and over again. Obviously, some new music in that spot, or even just elongating that section would be great. The audio is a little unbalanced, but even between characters, the quality of the audio varies wildly from character to character. And especially there's a part with the prologue where you're fighting a bunch of enemies and the boss comes in and there's a storm that starts. The storm is so overpowering compared to the rest of the audio that definitely needs to be balanced out. But yeah, I think there is a lot. I think the game has a really solid foundation that just needs to be worked on. I think one of my biggest issues with the demo is a bit of the attitude of the game when you die, and that did happen frequently because the fights can be tough. Even the demo, you get a splash page that says, "You fucking died. Oh no, you fucking loser. Your dad would be disappointed, and disappointed is spelled wrong." That didn't really rub me the right way. I thought that was a little too in your face. Maybe other people connect with it differently, but from my personal perspective, I thought that was a little much. But I do think that this game has a really cool foundation. I'm really excited to see the development as it goes, because if they really are able to nail down the school life side of it as well, as you're able to walk around and explore the school and talk to your friends, because obviously with the demo it was very much narrow in terms of what you were able to do there. If they build that out and they kind of iron out the combat, I will definitely be coming back for this, because I think there is a lot of really cool ideas here. The game is early, so obviously there are things that need to be worked out, but even just looking at There are improvements from where they started with the screenshots on Steam to where the demo is at now. It's very impressive. I think they're off to a solid start, and with the Indiegogo, hopefully that'll give them the money and the time to bring this game to really make it something special. So check out the demo if you're interested. Make sure you hop over. It is live on Steam, so make sure you hop over to Steam and check that out for yourself. And if you can, please support them over on their Indiegogo, because obviously every dollar counts. Once again, massive shout out to the team at Freedom Games for providing me with a copy of the demo early so I could check it out. Appreciate all of you very, very much. Thanks again, and everyone, we will see you on the next one. Peace.